We are now rounding off the semi-finals as Julia Hart goes face-to-face with Mercedes Moné. Welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico for the final bout of the semi-finals for the Owen Hart Foundation Memorial Tournament Cup. Making her way to the ring right now from Bloomington, Minnesota, weighing in at 149 pounds and stands in at 5'7". It's Julia Hart, the former TBS champion and 2025 Female Casino Battle Royal winner. And what a year this woman has had. The two-time national cheerleading champion has been very impressive this year and getting this far in the Owen Hart Cup. To qualify into this tournament, she managed to defeat the former AEW Women's World Champion, Rio, on the May 3rd edition of AEW Collision in Atlantic City. Then on May the 14th, on AEW Dynamite, she went on to defeat Queen Aminata in round number 2. And then it was the quarterfinals, where she defeated Billy Starks on AEW Collision on the May 17th edition. And now she's going against one of the biggest challenges of her career to date. It's Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné stands in at 5'5" and is from Boston, Massachusetts, and is the current TBS champion. Her first bout to qualify into this tournament was also on May the 3rd in Atlantic City for AEW Collision, where she defeated the former AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida. She then went on to defeat Mina Shirakawa on May 7th in Detroit, Michigan at AEW Dynamite. And then it was the quarterfinals, where she defeated Willow Nightingale on AEW Dynamite on May the 14th. And that took place in Chicago, Illinois. This is going to be one heck of an incredible encounter between these two. These two have had quite an impressive year in 2025, and one of these ladies will be facing Momo Watanabe at AEW Double or Nothing this Sunday. And Mercedes Moné now just throwing Julia Hart across the ring, but look out there. Oh, Julia Hart sweeps the legs of Mercedes Moné. Now, Julia Hart now choking out Mercedes Moné now. Oh, Luthez Presser throwing those punches down. It's raining punches on Julia Hart. Axe handle there by Mercedes Moné. Julia Hart now getting to her feet. Right hand there by Mercedes Moné. Irish whip into the ropes, and there goes Julia Hart over the top rope and onto the floor. Julia Hart in trouble now. Mercedes Moné just too much for the Hounds of Hell's princess. Oh, suicide dive through the ropes, and that collided with Julia Hart. And now Mercedes Moné now going, oh God, on her shoulders. No, Julia Hart reverses it. Inverted DDT, dropping Mercedes Moné on the back of her head. Tie up by Julia Hart, and now throws Mercedes Moné into the security barricade. Oh, went for that standing moonsault, but Mercedes Moné moved out the way. Mercedes Moné now getting back into the ring. Julia Hart now doing the same. The referee now, I don't know what she's doing there. Oh, the referee just chopped the referee. I don't think that was intentional, though. What a knife-edge chop there by Julia Hart, taking down Mercedes Moné. Look out here. Oh, clothesline to the back of the head. Mercedes Moné now in trouble. Here's the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Mercedes Moné. one of these two ladies will be facing Momo Watanabe in the finals for the AEW Owen Hart Memorial Tournament Cup. And not only that, they will get an opportunity to face the AEW Women's Champion at All In Texas on July the 11th. But a double or nothing, the AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm will be facing off the former champion Mariah May in a no-holds-barred match. And speaking of which, Toni Storm and Mariah May will be in action this Saturday for AEW Collision, as Toni Storm will be teaming up with Thunder Rosa to face off Megan Bayne and Mariah May. And not only that, it will be Megan Bayne and Thunder Rosa going one-on-one again at Double or Nothing. Still to come is our main event, as Samoa Joe goes face-to-face with Claudio Castagnoli. But before Double or Nothing takes place this Sunday, we still have AEW Collision. Willow Nightingale will be facing off Marina Shafir in a no-holds-barred match in the main event. We're also going to be seeing Powerhouse Hobbs against Wheeler Yuta. The Guns will be in action in tag team action, as they will be facing off a mystery tag team. And then we also have the AEW International Champion Konosuke Takeshita going face to face with Tommy Billington. Bulldog there by Mercedes Moné, and Julia Hart's face collides with the canvas. Here's the cover. Oh, not even a 1 count there. AEW Double or Nothing will be taking place this Sunday. It will be Will Ospreay against Hook for the Owen Hart Men's Memorial Tournament Cup Final. We will be finding out who will be facing Momo Watanabe after this contest. We will be seeing the Death Riders, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli against the Ops, Samoa Joe, Katsuri Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs in a 6-man tag team tornado war. We're also going to be seeing Konosuke Takeshita defend his AEW International Championship against Kenny Omega. We're going to be seeing Chris Jericho defend the Ring of Honor Championship against Willie Mack from the matchup that was meant to take place at the Supercard of Honor. And much, much more this Sunday. What a knee to the face there by Mercedes Moné, followed by a clothesline. And now look at this. Oh, she's just raking the eyes of Julia Hart. Mercedes Moné. Oh, just kicking the guts of Julia Hart now. Moné now, overhand chop, kick to the hamstring there. And just look at this. She's relentlessly assaulting Julia Hart now. And look at this, wheelbarrow DDT. Julia Hart in trouble now as Mercedes Moné goes for the pin. Oh, not even a 1 count there. Julia Hart has really improved since her return from the end of last year, defeating the likes of Jamie Hayter and Rio, 2 former AEW Women's Champions, as well as winning the Casino Battle Royal this year. And now hip toss there by Mercedes Moné. And Mercedes Moné has been struggling to find contenders for her championship, which tells me that she needs to elevate forward and try and go for the AEW Women's Championship. Julia Hart now, look at this now. Locking the legs. Oh, backbreaker. Mercedes Moné is now hurting, because it's not just putting strain on the back, but it's on the muscles in your legs as well. Shockwaving the entire body. Julia Hart now relentlessly assaulting Mercedes Moné, like Mercedes Moné was doing just now. Boot to the face. Mercedes Moné goes down. Here's the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Mercedes Moné. I would love to see one of these two women go face to face with Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. But then again, Toni Storm may not come out the champion when she faces Mariah May. Oh, small package, here's the cover. Oh, kick out there by Julia Hart. Elbow drop there by Mercedes Moné. Moné now, oh, Julia Hart sweeps Moné off her feet there. Tie up, look out here. Knife edge chop by Julia Hart. She has her on her shoulders now. What's she going to do here? Slams her down, and she applies the Heartless. That modified Rings of Saturn submission. Can Mercedes Moné get out of it? That has got to hurt now. Look out here, Mercedes Moné now. Elbows to the face to Julia Hart. She gets out of that one. And now look out here. Oh, drives the knees into the shoulders of Julia Hart. And now Mercedes Moné, kick to the gut. What an overhand punch there by Julia Hart. Sorry, by Mercedes Moné to Julia Hart. And look at that. That was just a scrap there by Mercedes Moné. Now she's just stomping away on the knee of Julia Hart. Focusing on the knee now to stop Julia Hart from trying to pick up any more speed. She's a very acrobatic individual. That's coming from her days of being in cheerleading. Look out here, waistlock applied there by Mercedes Moné. Oh, German suplex. Down goes Julia Hart. And Mercedes Moné now signaling that this could be the end. Tie up now, Irish whip into the ropes. Wheelbarrow DDT again, and down goes Julia Hart. She must have a headache after that one. And now Mercedes Moné with a tie-up. Whips her into the corner now. Sets her up on the top rope now. What's she going to do here? Oh, look out here now, Mercedes Moné. Oh, look out. Superplex! And both women crash to the canvas, but Julia Hart gets straight back up. Whips her into the ropes. No, Mercedes Moné goes over the top rope and onto the floor. Julia Hart now. Oh, Luthez press, throwing those punches. And Mercedes Moné is back in the ring. Julia Hart slowly getting up now. Oh, went for a suicide dive, but she missed it. Julia Hart is back inside the ring. And now Julia Hart waiting in the corner, but no. Mercedes Moné hits a knife edge chop followed by a snapmare, and there's a drop kick hard to the face of Julia Hart. Mercedes Moné now losing her momentum. I think she's a little bit out of it there. Oh, went for an elbow. No, missed it. Mercedes Moné now whips Julia Hart over the top rope and onto the floor. Julia Hart in trouble. Mercedes Moné, frog splash to the outside to Julia Hart. And that's just knocked the wind out of her. Mercedes Moné now whips Julia Hart back into the ring. What's she going to do here? Look out. Moneymaker. And down goes Julia Hart. And here's the cover by Mercedes Moné. Wait a minute, she's got her feet on the ropes. 1, 2, 3. And Mercedes Moné is going to the finals at Double or Nothing. I don't think Mercedes Moné needed that leverage pin, illegally putting her feet on the ropes to stop Julia Hart from breaking out of her pin attempt. But nevertheless, the damage was done. Mercedes Moné is advancing into the finals at Double or Nothing. She'll be facing Momo Watanabe for the Owen Hart Memorial Cup.